Good morning and happy Friday! Today is an exciting Friday because it is technically a bank holiday to celebrate the 75th anniversary of VE Day, which stands for Victory in Europe, which you guys should know a little bit about the whole backstory of why there would be a victory in Europe 75 years ago, because we have just finished our World War II topic. So today, being a bank holiday, it's going to be a little bit different. So let's have a look what's in store. Oh my goodness, where has everything gone, you say? Well, today we have streamlined our lessons into slightly different activities because it's technically not a school day. So Mrs. Perry has foregone her maths and her reading sessions, and I have forgone my SPAG and my English, and we have two different activities for you to have a go at. Mrs. Perry has got for you a camping mystery challenge. You love these mystery challenges, Year 6, and you take them very competitively. So I'm excited to see how you get on with those. There's lots of different maths problems, and you have to follow them and work out the answer to the mystery that is set in a camping scenario. And then other than that, you have got some VE Day activities. If today is interesting you on why we are celebrating the 75th anniversary of VE Day, and you'd like to find a bit more, you have got loads of VE Day activities in your PDF to enjoy. So other than that, enjoy and then have a lovely rest of the day with your family. Please, please, please make sure you give your adults a big cuddle and say thank you very much for helping you with your home learning. Yeah, see you soon.
Hello Year 6. Today there is a maths mystery for you. I think that you did one of these with Miss Tucker at Christmas and really quite enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoy this one as well, which is the mystery of the festival Camping Chaos. It is the second morning of the annual Glampingbury Music Festival and people have woken up in chaos on the family Woodland Glade camping field. There's scuffling and shouting as tents are collapsing because, as it transpires, during the night someone has stolen every last tent peg from the tents in the field. You have been called in as the leading detective on the case, and you have a team of scene of crime officers, SOCOs, to assist you. Solve the following clues to eliminate all but one of the following suspects based on their gender, tent size and colour, blood type and the type of ticket they have. Good luck, the Glampingbury campers are depending on you. Here is the information about all the campers. So these are all your suspects, lots of information there, and you'll need to look back at this as you go along to help solve who it is. All the information for this is on the booklet as well, if you prefer to look at the booklet instead of flicking back through the video. Clue 1. On your initial investigations around the campsite, you have found a couple of dropped tent pegs in the toilet block. This has told you something. Below are some calculations, but there seem to be some missing numbers. Work out the calculations and find out what the missing digits or digits are. Those missing digits will give you a letter that reveals an anagram using the code A equals 1, 2 is B, 3 is C, and so on. So you're going to fill in the missing numbers, and each number relates to a letter in the alphabet to give you some clues. Clue 2. The SOCOs have analysed some of the drop pegs. The ones with the oldest fingerprints they have worked out have come from the thief's own tent. After more analysis, they can determine the make of the tent that these pegs have come from. This certain tent only comes in a couple of colours. Solve the clues below to find out which colours of the tent the criminal could have. You need to find the answers to the following calculations in these groups of answers. The two tent colours with the most answers are the tent colours that the criminal might have. So when you find the answers to your questions, you need to get the answer and look down here to see what colour it gives you. And whichever two colours you get the most of, they are the possible tent colours of the criminal. Clue 3. You have spotted the same footprints alongside each of the dropped tent pegs. The SOCOs have identified lots of the same footprints around some tents in a small area of the campsite, leading you to believe that this is where the culprit was staying. In the area, all the tents are the same size. Solve the calculation trail below to give you the man number of the culprit's tent. Now at the start of this, you are asked to think about which number is L in Roman numerals. And in case you don't know that one, I'll start you off by telling you that that is 50. Further along your trail, you're asked to find the square root of a number. You may remember square numbers, we get them when we multiply a number by itself. So 4 times 4 makes the square number 16. 5 times 5 makes the square number 25. 6 times 6 makes the square number 36. But you've actually been asked to get back to the root. So if your number here, for example, was 36, you'd get back and say it's 6, because 6 times 6 is your 36. If the number here worked out to be 100, the square root of that is 10, because 10 times 10 is 100. If your number here turned out to be 16, your square root is 4, because 4 times 4 is 16, and so on. So whatever number you get here, you need to think which number it is you will multiply by itself to reach that number, and that's your square root. Good luck with clue 3. Okay, year 6, here is clue 4. On one of the dropped tent pegs there is a fragment of coloured wristband that has been ripped off when the thief was removing the tent pegs. This has let you identify the type of ticket the culprit has. Use the grid below to identify the letters from the coordinates given. This will give you some letters, some of which are red herrings. Now red herrings means they won't be needed, so you are going to have a few more letters than you need at the end. Hidden in the letter is the type of ticket belonging to the thief. So when you do collect your letters at the end, guys, you won't need all of them, and they're actually not in the right order. It's a bit like an anagram, and you have to put them into the right order to get your word as well. But it is in there somewhere, the word that you need. So just a reminder about how the coordinates work. We've got -9, 0, and we need to remember that we go along the corridor first and then up or down the stairs. So -9, we're going along the corridor first, there's -9. We would then have to go up or down the stairs, but because it gave us 0, we actually haven't got to go anywhere. So there's our first letter, F. Now remember what I said, that probably won't be the first letter of the word, and you won't need all the letters, but you do need to collect them. Let's just do one more together. So here you've got -7, -5. So we're going to go along the corridor first and then up or down the stairs. So we're going along the corridor to -7 and down the stairs so that I'm opposite -5. So that's there with the P. Okay, so you need to collect the letters and then think about which ones you will actually use and put them in the right order to create one of the words. Good luck with that. Okay, hope you're getting on all right with your clues so far. Here is clue number 5. You have found some more drop pegs around the festival site. The SOCOs have found that some of the pegs show traces of recent blood that they are surmising comes from the criminals' legs being scratched against them as they wandered around the campsite in the dark. On analysis, we can determine the blood group of the criminal, which gives us the final clue we need. Work out the mystery angle in these crossed guy ropes, and that will correspond to a blood type at the bottom of the page. So it's this angle here that you need to work out what it is, and then when you look down here, the answer to this will give you your blood type. Just a few reminders of things to do with angles that might help you. The angles inside a triangle all add up to 180 degrees. The angles inside a quadrilateral all add up to 360 degrees. The angles along a straight line are 180 degrees. And the opposite angles on crossed or bisecting lines are always the same as each other. So I hope that helps you think about what that missing angle might be. Good luck with that one. And finally, the confession. When the culprit was finally caught, they had this to say about their experience. Now what you have to do here is put some letters in here to find out what the culprit said when they were caught. So the first number is 21. So looking on this grid, 21, it's a multiplying grid, and I know that 7 times 3 is 21. So if you look where the 7 meets the 3, that letter there is I, isn't it? Okay, so you'd put an I in that box. and that's how that works. So you need to find out which number down here and across here you would multiply together to make 180 to give you your next letter. Good luck with that one then, and you'll find out what the confession says. And coming up on the next pages are the answers. I put this page on to give you plenty of warning so you don't accidentally see the answers while you're still doing your work. So here are your answers. The following pages have answers on for each clue. I'm going to let you flick through those at your own pace and check those at your own pace, and you'll be able to see how you got on if you got the final answer correct. Hope you enjoyed doing that today, and here come the rest of the answers. Pause the video as you need to, checking your answers. So I hope you got on well with that. Did you get the culprit was Jane Jaffel, and the final confession, it was all getting a bit too intense. Hope you enjoyed that for today, Year 6. Bye for now.
So like I said at the beginning, today is the 75th anniversary of Victory in Europe Day. What was planned was a 3-day international celebration this weekend, where all the countries that were involved with World War II would have various different ceremonies and celebrations to commemorate everybody who gave so much in World War II, and also the celebration of the outcome of it. Yeah, but that's going to be a little bit different. So it'll be interesting to see how this weekend goes. I'm sure lots of commemorative events will still be going on, but obviously in a different fashion than were planned. So if you'd like to find out a bit more or just some fun activities to do, please have a look at the PDF and pick and choose anything you'd like to. And that is it for today, guys. If you're desperate for any extra home learning today, there are the usual websites, a reminder about the connected curriculum menu, and especially today, because we've all been up to so much, if you would like to share what you've been up to today, please give me a shout out on Padlet. We'd all love to hear from you. Other than that, enjoy your weekend, and I will speak to you on Monday. Bye, Year 6.